Okay, let's dive right in. Today is a really special day. We've actually reached the final checkpoint of our Hebrew journey. We're going to put all of our building blocks together. Think of it like finishing a giant puzzle. Today, we go from just knowing letters and words to actually reading real Hebrew from the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible. Let's learn about how we do this. Let's look at an example of what you'll achieve today. Here is a real sentence from the Bible. It says, Ki bo chafetz Adonai. That means, for in him the Lord delights. So why does this matter? Well, because by the end of this lesson, you won't just be guessing what words mean. You're going to be able to read real sentences exactly like this one, completely on your own. Here's an easy way to remember our plan for today. Think of this as our map to graduation. We're going to take 4 simple steps. First, we'll review our core words. Second, we'll look at our grammar glue. Third, we'll do some real reading. And finally, we'll talk about your final project. We'll take it one idea at a time. Are you ready? Let's learn about Step 1, Mastering Core Hebrew Words. Over our lessons together, we've learned 120 very important words. Think of these words as the essential bricks you need to build a house. Here's an easy way to remember these words. We group them together so your brain remembers them better, like place, time, and nature words. These just describe the world around us. Let's look at an example. The Hebrew word for house is bayit. It's a simple, everyday item. Bayit is a house. Now it's time for a quick question. I want you to think about the word for house, which is bayit, or beit when it's attached to another word, and think about the word for king, which is melech. Can you guess what Beit HaMelech means? Take a second to think about it. What do you think the answer is? You nailed it. It means the house of the king. You just translated a real Hebrew phrase. Notice how we didn't just say house and king separately. We linked them together. Great job. Now let's move on to our next step. Let's learn about Step 2, the 6 grammar skills. If our 120 core words are our bricks, then grammar is the mortar, or the glue that holds our bricks together. We absolutely need this grammar glue to make our sentences strong. Let's look at one of our most important grammar skills. It's called smichut. So, what is it? It simply means linking 2 nouns together. You're taking 2 things and showing exactly how they connect, usually with the word of. Let's look at an example. Divrei HaMelech means the words of the king. Remember this important fact. It's super easy to make a mistake when trying to say the house of the king by putting the ha sound, which means the, on the very first word, like habait hamelech. But in Hebrew, when we link words, we never put ha on the first word. The correct fix is simply beit hamelech. Let's try another quick question about our grammar glue. We've learned about little words called prepositions, like in, to, or from. In Hebrew, the sound for from is mi. So can you guess how to say from Jerusalem? I'll pause for just a second. What do you think the answer is? The answer is mi Yerushalayim. Spot on. Notice how that little mi sound attaches right to the front of the word Jerusalem. It becomes one smooth, beautiful sound. You're doing wonderfully. Let's learn about Step 3, real reading. This is the exciting part. We're going to use our word bricks and our grammar glue to read sentences straight out of the Bible. Let's look at an example from Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Remember, we always read from right to left. Follow along with me. Bereshit, bara, Elohim, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. You actually know these words. It translates to, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You just read the very first sentence of the Bible in Hebrew. Let's try one more. This is your challenge. It's from Psalm 23. Read these 3 words from right to left. Adonai, Ro'i, lo exar. Think about our core words. Adonai is the Lord. Ro'i is my shepherd. Lo means not. Can you translate this whole sentence? What do you think the answer is? If you guessed the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, you are absolutely right. Great job. Now let's move on. You are now reading the actual Psalms using just the rules and the words we've practiced together. Think of how far you have come. Let's learn about Step 4, your final Hebrew project. To truly show that you've mastered these lessons, you get to build something entirely on your own. Let's learn about building a paragraph. Here is a simple explanation of your project. You're going to write 5 sentences about yourself. You'll use different times, like the past, the present, and the future. you'll use a negative word, like not. And you'll use our linking grammar, smichut. For example, you might start with Shemei David, which means my name is David. By writing this out, you prove that you can use the bricks and the glue perfectly. So, we've reviewed the words, the grammar, the reading, and the final project. Can you guess what happens next? Are you ready to graduate? Let's find out. Let's look at our final graduation checklist. Remember this important fact. To graduate, you need to check these 5 boxes. 1. Read the Nakud without guessing. 2. Know your 120 core words. 3. Know how to change verbs for the past, present, and future. 4. Understand grammar glue like smidhut. And 5. Translate verses like Genesis 1:1 and Psalm 23:1. If you can do these 5 things, you have officially conquered the 24-lesson path. You should be incredibly proud. You did it! You went from just learning the alphabet to reading the Tanakh. So, what comes next? You can grab a 1-page cheat sheet to practice, or we can jump straight into World 6 together. But before we go, think about this. For thousands of years, these ancient texts were locked behind a language barrier. But today, you just broke right through it. So what other incredible mysteries of the ancient world will you unlock next with your new reading superpower? Keep practicing, and I will see you next time.